summer, I spent the month of June touring around 6 different places in Italy. It was a solo traveling trip for the first 3 weeks, so I decided to stay in hostels and ended up making some great friends. I hit lots of famous attractions and lived the dream Italian summer life, drinking espresso every morning, eating delicious pasta for dinner, and relaxing out on the beach. I even went to a sold-out Lana Del Rey concert in Milan. Needless to say, I had the time of my life this summer, and I can't wait to share the experience with you. The first stop on my list was Milan. I spent 5 days there, and I got to do a lot in the city. I went to the famous Duomo and hit the Duomo Galleria for some shopping. I spent some time exploring town and tried a popular bakery that supposedly makes really great maritozzi. It was a 10 out of 10 for me. I also visited the Starbucks roastery, which is actually required for committed Starbucks fans like me. It was also my birthday that day, so I got a birthday drink. I spent the day doing all my favorite things, and to top it off, that night I went to see none other than Lana Del Rey in concert. She gave a really incredible performance, and the backup dancers and singers and the choreography were fantastic. The night was truly magical, and I couldn't have asked for a better day to turn 25. After the concert was my last day in Milan, so I said goodbye to the city and went to the train station to head to my next destination. So today I'm gonna walk around and check out Florence. This morning I went to a thrift market that was like right outside of my hotel and just kind of looked around. And I'm about to go check out the Cathedral de Santa Maria. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Just in my hotel room, I'm at a cute little Airbnb. I'm also gonna get some lunch and try some traditional Florence food today. I'm thinking like a panini or maybe some pizza. We'll see what I'm feeling. But yeah, that's the plan. So that's basically what I did. I started my day off with the pistachio croissant and then made my way down to the city center so I could explore the town. I saw some artwork and browsed some shops and then went to the Cathedral de Santa Maria. The church was so big that I literally could not get it all in one shot. It took me about 10 minutes to walk all the way around it with the crowds. It was also so hot that day that I had to take shelter in the shade for a little bit. After that, I went to get some pizza at a really popular shop. It had a line all the way down the street, so I had to wait for a bit, but eventually got my margarita pizza. And to wrap up for the day, I went to see a few more sights around the city before heading home. The next day, I ventured to the other side of town for a traditional Italian pasta making class. It was a group-style class where we got to make and eat our own pasta.
Together, we'll explore this universe. Whereas fresh pasta is soft and elastic.
First, our group watched a video that explained what makes Italian pasta so unique and tasty, and then we watched the instructor give a demonstration before trying it ourselves. We mixed our own dough and made 2 kinds of pasta, ravioli and fettuccine. We got to use a pasta chitara to cut the ravioli, and we used cutouts to cut the fettuccine. Thank you. We had fun shaping the pasta and then sat back with a glass of wine while the instructor cooked it all and made the sauce. The pasta was delicious. I think the fettuccine was my favorite. We got dessert after, and they gave us recipe books to take home. On my last day in Florence, I went to Piazzale Michelangelo, which is a viewpoint where you can look out over the entire city. I was able to take some good pictures, but then it started raining. That was everything in Florence, so then it was off to the next place. So I just got to Rome and checked into my hostel. The girls in my room are really nice and everybody is so friendly here. I feel like this is going to be such a good week. I already have some plans. Tomorrow I'm doing a tour of the Colosseum and then also checking out some other sites nearby. And then I have like 5 days in Rome. So from then on, I think I'm just going to play it by ear. But there's literally so much to check out. I think out of all the locations, Rome has been like what I'm most excited for. So this week is going to be a blast. And I'm going to try all the good food. I've already had like some pastries here. Chef's kiss. I feel like the food in Rome is just to die for. The first thing I hit in Rome was the Trevi Fountain. I went early at around 8 a.m. to miss the crowds, and after I went right next door to a famous bakery for a pistachio croissant.
Okay, we have that coin. Okay.
1, 2, 3. I feel like my wish is gonna come true. The next day, I ventured to Rome's main attraction and the landmark I was most excited to see on this whole trip, the Colosseum. I signed up for a group tour where the guide led us through the building while telling us all about the history and stories from the ancient days. I'm honestly not sure if I like the architecture or the stories more. Our tour guide was really funny and made the building come to life. He told us about the different tournaments and events that would take place there, and I was really mind blown at how gruesome the activity sounded. He went into detail about the traditional gladiator fights and how they would keep wild animals from all around the world in the dungeons underground. They would release lions, giraffes, elephants, hyenas, you name it, for fights against other animals and people. He also explained that in the gladiator fights, they would oftentimes grow up training together, so when it was time to fight, it was like they were fighting a lifelong friend or brother. He also told us that gladiators would train from a young age most of the time, and they were usually very poor boys that had no other way to escape extreme poverty. It was sometimes given in lieu of a prison sentence as well. But there were occasional volunteers because winning gladiators were similar to celebrities in that culture, and it was seen as a very glamorous life, if you won. After resting up from a long day at the Colosseum, I went to dinner in the Trastevere sector, where some of the best restaurants and food in Rome is located. We tried a restaurant that serves only traditional Roman tonarelli, which is an egg pasta that's similar to spaghetti but thicker. My last stop in Rome was the Vatican. Looking back, I think Rome was by far my favorite spot in Italy. The rich history and culture is something you have to experience for yourself, and there's so much to do in the city. The atmosphere was so great, and the food really is incredible. If I could magically teleport back to one Italian city right now, I would definitely choose Rome for another bowl of pasta and another day to explore the gorgeous city. After Rome, I took the train south to my last destination, the Amalfi Coast. One of my high school besties, Maddie, actually came over to visit and join me for the last 2 weeks of the trip. So we met up in Naples and then took a tour bus that stopped in Pompeii for an excursion along the way to Amalfi. They gave us a few hours to explore the archaeological site. Our goal was to find some of the preserved bodies, so it kind of felt like we were on a scavenger hunt looking for them. But the site was so massive, we wished we had more time to explore. We didn't find any bodies out in the ruins, but we did see some that had been excavated and placed in a room on the way out. After stopping in Pompeii, the tour bus let us off in Amalfi. We stayed in an Airbnb on top of the hills with an absolutely gorgeous view of the cliffside. Our days in Amalfi were very relaxed. We were in a routine of going to the beach and exploring town in the daytime, and then going to eat at our favorite local restaurant at night. It was such a beautiful place, and having my friend there too made it even better. I couldn't have asked for a better way to end my journey through Italy. The trip was such a blast. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. See you next time.